Good morning. A couple weeks back, I talked about the importance of investing in different relationships around you. Yesterday, I talked about this again in relationships and in valuing valued relationships, spending time valuing those relationships. Today, what I want to talk about is networking a little bit. And for me, networking kind of has two purposes. On one hand, you're growing your business. And it's important to network to grow your business, utilizing other people's networks as well as yourself. And that's a very good point. I'm not going to be talking about that this morning. The second main reason you network is because you start to find people that are more like-minded, people that get you on a different level. Maybe they're the same age. So I'm 42 as of this recording. I'm 42 and I've got kids that are 9 and 11. And when I have this situation, when I've got young kids at home and a wife and I'm growing a business and I'm growing my real estate investing portfolio, when I'm doing these things, to surround myself with other people who are in similar situations, who are trying to grow a couple of businesses and have kids at home and family life, and they're trying to juggle all these balls and not let anything drop too hard. They will understand me on a completely different level. And this is something that friends that we've had maybe from childhood don't understand. If they're an employee, there's no way they can understand it on the same level. They can understand other things, and that's good. But when we spend time networking with other business owners and in business developers who get us on a different level, we feel understood, and that gives our minds rest on a very different level. Psychologically, we're able to rest, we're able to relax, feeling that we're understood. So I'd encourage you to find those people. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of different ideas really quick. One is, this is if your revenue is over $1 million a year and you've got more than 3 employees or 3 employees or more, then maybe you're going to look into an organization like EO, or Entrepreneurs Organization. And I've spoken at a lot of these organizations. I've had clients in these organizations, and I really like the organization in general. It's an organization that invests in its members. And again, you're building this really unique community that solves both networking difficulties, okay, or both networking challenges or goals. But you could do a whole bunch of other things. There are far less expensive versions. I was just looking at my computer because I was spending time just researching for this Mornings with Mark here. There are far less expensive options. You could start a meetup group. You could start an online LinkedIn group. You can do this in other ways, whether it's in person or virtual. That you've got endless options. Find something that suits you. If you're in a small community, do it virtually and spend time with people in other communities and bring people together. You don't have to start it yourself. You can join something else. There are often, I come across mastermind groups that don't cost a lot, maybe a couple $100 a month or something. But if you spend some money on this, this is what I found. If you spend no money on it, other people are spending no money on it, it's typically not valued in the same way, and people won't commit in the same way to those. I always spend money on groups that I'm part of, when I set up a group for other people, I always charge them money. Not simply for money's sake, but because when people spend money on it, they also invest themselves and their energy far more in it. So I'd suggest you spend some money on this, and then you're guaranteed to be with a group who also is spending money, who's also investing in themselves on a completely different level. They're more dedicated, generally speaking, to this than people who are not spending money on this, okay? There's nothing wrong with not spending money on it, but I hope you understand what I mean here. Here's my action step for today. What I want to challenge you to do is ask yourself, what is a community that is lacking in my life, and how can I join it? Maybe you create it. Maybe you pay money for it, maybe you don't, from all the options I gave. But what I challenge you to do is focus on networking so that you can feel understood and grow that community around you. Community is vital to humanity. We are social creatures. We are social beings. So spend time being social with people who get you, and you will not only feel better and be able to rest, but you'll get far more done. You'll be held accountable. Lots of things are going to change in your life for the better. Enjoy your week. You've got this.